Ecowas parliamentarians tell President Buhari just as he meets some governors.
The President has accepted to take further steps that are very decisive in dealing with the situation as Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces.
Smiles by personnel of defunct agencies as federal government offsets their pensions and liabilities.
Most of us were at the point of death.
Also tonight, Northeast governors meet for the 6th time, thumb up federal government's efforts at degrading the Boko Haram.
The reason the government simply indicate that we have this beginning of the aim of the insurgency in Sahel.
Good evening and welcome to Network News. I am Kenan Ima Abolike. Reading with me tonight are Michael Olaleye in Lagos and Agatha Eguera Ojo in Benin. Let's start from the presidential villa, where Nasarawa state government expressed formal appreciation to President Muhammadu Buhari for the unprecedented strides at enhancing the livelihoods of the people and socio-economic well-being of the state. Governor Abdullahi Sule delivered the message of appreciation to the Nigerian leader, who also granted audience to the Taraba State Governor Darius Ishaku. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu completes the story.
On his two previous engagements with the president, Governor Abdullahi Sule appeared worried over the security situation in Nasarawa, occasioned by what he called the massive influx of the Boko Haram terrorists along the Benue-Nasarawa border, jeopardizing efforts at maintaining peace and stability. This time, he is here to say thank you to President Muhammadu Buhari for the restoration of normalcy in the home of solid minerals.
You must have heard there were several joint operations of the special forces, the military, the police, together with our vigilante, the Air Force and the Navy, in the two local government areas that are bordering Abuja, that is Sokoto and Karu local government areas. So far, we thank Almighty God that we've been able to dislodge those ones. And as a result of some level of peace we have in Nasarawa state today, we have been tagged as a state that is currently #1 in sesame production, #2 in yam production, #2 in cassava production, and #5 in rice production in the country. So these are very exciting moments for us.
Nasarawa also commended the president for the improved power supply in the state's economy.
For some of you who are receiving power regularly every day, you may not understand the excitement about that. The 330 MVA thermal line that is coming from Niger Delta, has just been completed in Nasarawa state. So today, in Lafia in particular, we have 24 hours power supply and regular supply because of that. So these are very exciting moments, for us, apart from various other projects on roads, on hospitals, on education, on these that have been completed in Nasarawa state. And I told him one thing, I say, some of your efforts will be more appreciated maybe when you leave office. For a country like Nigeria that has over 200 trillion standard cubic feet of gas, to say that somebody is building a gas pipeline for gas utilization, I don't think that's a small thing for people.
Governor Darius Ishaku of Taraba State also came calling to solicit the support of the federal government towards enhancing dry season farming in the state. Taraba, the nature's gift to the nation, he said, is capable of feeding Nigeria.
So I'm seeking for more aid towards the farming of rice, particularly the dry season rice, where we get 3-4 times the yield of that one of a rainy season. And more people have been encouraged into this farming. I have empowered well over 20,000 people now, and they're more interested in the dry season. And I thought if we are assisted, we should be able to produce enough rice for all the millers in this country because we have the land.
The governor also briefed the president on the recent attack on Nigeria's border community of Manga in Taraba State by Cameroonian Amazonians, killing 11 people, including the village head.
I am here to see Mr. President because he alone can give the order for us to strengthen our border there by bringing in security men along the border, putting some posts. Once we have that, I think we can secure that border. Incidentally, we have about the longest border with Cameroon, and so there is absolute need to secure it and strengthen it.
Taraba, he said, has the longest international borderline with the Republic of Cameroon, hence the absolute need to secure it. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
The Ecowas Parliament has expressed absolute confidence in the ability of Nigeria to defeat terrorists and other criminal elements undermining the security and stability of the country. Speaker of the Parliament, Dr. Sidi Mohamed Tunis, stated this while leading some members on a courtesy visit to President Muhammadu Buhari. Again, State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has the report.
Speaker Sidi Mohamed Tunis is leading a delegation of the ECOWAS Parliament to the State House to sympathize with the government and people of Nigeria on the recent losses from terror attacks. Nigeria, however, said, is resilient to defeat the terrorists and all those who do not mean well for the country. Dr. Tunis applauded Nigeria for its tremendous support to the ECOWAS Parliament, saying plans are now on to strengthen the body through electing its officials rather than being appointed. He said ECOWAS is committed to completing its parliament building in Abuja before May 2023 so as to be commissioned by President Muhammadu Buhari before leaving office. President Buhari reaffirmed his administration's commitment to keeping all pledges to not only the ECOWAS Parliament, but the sub-regional body at large. He commended the Parliament for planning to fill its positions subsequently through elections, which would be incorporated into general elections of member countries, describing it as cost-effective. On the construction of a Parliament building in Abuja, President Buhari promised that Nigeria will try to encourage the contractor in whatever way possible. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Governor Aminu Bello Masari of Katsina State has announced a drastic reduction in cases of terrorism, banditry and kidnapping in the state, insisting that a recent killing of his Commissioner for Science and Technology, Dr. Rabi Nasir, was politically motivated. The governor was speaking to newsmen after leading a delegation of the Katsina Elders Forum on a courtesy visit to President Muhammadu Buhari. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo again has the report.
Members of the Katsina Elders Forum were in the State House to make a formal request for the conversion of the Federal Medical Center Katsina into a teaching hospital to be handed over to the Faculty of Medicine of the state-owned Umaru Musa Yar'Adua University.
We had all the teaching staff in the university. We have the laboratory. Everything is in place except the teaching hospital. That's why we come to intervene so that we can be given opportunity to use this federal facility, and to such a time we will be ready to go. Unless that is done, I'm afraid all the investment made by both the federal government and state government in establishing faculty of medicine in Umaru Musa Yar'Adua will be lying west.
I expect the Minister of Health to take the issue seriously, study the documents, and have a comprehensive memo to me and send it as soon as possible.
Governor Aminu Bello Masari is of the view that if the Federal Medical Center Katsina is converted into a teaching hospital, Daura Emirate should have the opportunity of having a federal medical center. The delegation also used the opportunity to show appreciation to the president for the improved security situation in the state.
We saw a drastic drop of over 100% in terms of the rates of kidnappings, killings, and associated crimes with banditry.
What do you attribute that?
Well, I think combined efforts of the security containment order and the efforts of the security forces to go after informants in particular, and also to go after the bandits hideouts. And even 2 days ago they had an operation of clearance, which I think is proving very successful. And I think what is most important for us to succeed is for all the states, especially in northwestern states, to take the pain and work together to make sure that we block all the loopholes.
The governor described as welcoming the resolve by Katsina and her neighboring states to collaborate more effectively on the fight against crime and criminality across their borders. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari may have agreed in principle to declare a state of emergency on security in parts of the country. Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal of Sokoto State dropped this hint while speaking to our newsmen after an audience with the president on the security situation in his state. Once again, State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
Tambuwal was at the official residence of the president to bring him up to speed on what he called the worrisome security situation in the seat of the caliphate. Only recently, 23 people lost their lives as their vehicle caught fire under gunshots by bandits at Gidambawa village in Isa local government area of the state. Presidential delegation led by the National Security Advisor Babagana Munguno had visited Sokoto to not only sympathize with the people, but also find facts.
I felt compelled by the situation to come and further give him more briefing on the situation at hand, and so that we can go get more support of Mr. President in terms of redeployment of more personnel, more equipment to the area that is being affected by the general insecurity in the state.
The governor's discussion with the president also touched on effective synergy with countries in the Sahel region towards finding lasting solutions to the security concerns.
Ecowas should come up with a strategy of containment and engage the U.S. government, engage the French government and the United Kingdom for them to cooperate and work together with Nigeria and the rest of countries in the Sahel region for us to nip this in the bud. Because, of course, we have influx of them coming from across, and some of the arms they get are coming from across, and even the drugs they take are coming from across.
It will be recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari made it clear that he will not hand over a troubled Nigeria to the next administration. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
In the meantime, the National Security Advisor, NSA, Major General Babagana Munguno, says enlightenment and education is critical to tackling terrorism and violent activities by militant Islamist groups in the Sahel. Munguno, at the ongoing 14th Seminar for League of Ulamas, Preachers and Imams of Sahel countries in Abuja, notes that activities of terror groups have continued to pose threats to the stability of the region. The NSA urged the international community and Sahel countries to prioritize governance and expanded peace process through dialogue. Now, 10 naval warships and 2 helicopters have been deployed to participate in a 3-day offshore operation to mark the 2021 Chief of Naval Staff Annual Sea Exercise. Kingsley Amajiri reports.
Just a few days after President Muhammadu Buhari inaugurated a made-in Nigerian naval ships in Lagos, the Chief of Naval Staff is in One, River State, to flag off the CNS Annual Sea Inspection. The operation, codenamed Exercise Quiet Waters 2021, would enable the naval authorities to launch the newly inducted platforms, retrain the personnel, and counter all maritime security threats for legitimate economic activities to thrive.
For the first time, we are going to have the operational basis and forward operating basis to be conducting backwater operations exercises simultaneously with the operation that we'll have at sea for the next 3 days, which has already been flagged off.
During the period of this exercise, operational personnel of the Nigerian Navy will be trained on sea navigation, search and rescue operation, counter illegal oil bunkering, and protect offshore investments.
Lessons from the sea inspection will enable the recalibration of Nigerian Navy's training objectives to align with its operational requirements.
Operational staff from sister security agencies drawn from NIMASA, Nigerian Customs Service, Nigerian Immigration Service, among others, are also participating in the exercise. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Amajiri, NTA News.
Network News continues shortly after this timeout. Stay with us.
Everybody knows the secret to good cooking is that special ingredient. The mothers know it, but does this new generation know it? Let's find out. Mothers, daughters, are you ready?
Yeah!
Let the cooking begin.
Erisco tomato paste. Now we get home, now we get love, now we get children.
We spice the world with a meal so great and so healthy.
You know we've got your back. Oh, with Erisco, Rigico, Nagico.
Ladies and gentlemen, food is ready.
Food of love. Tomato paste. Good food for the body. Yum yum for the body.
Erisco Rigico and Nagico tomato paste is made by Erisco Foods Limited, feeding Africans with healthy foods.
10 years ago, the federal government of Nigeria initiated a support and intervention agency for the Nigeria tertiary education, which has now made an indelible mark in the sands of time. Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TET Fund. The Board of Trustees, Management and Staff of the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TET Fund, hereby invites stakeholders to its 10th anniversary. Special Guest of Honor, Honorable Minister of Education, Malam Adamu. Guest of Honor, Minister of State for Education, Honorable Chukwemeka Nwajuba. Chairman of the occasion, Olorun Dr. Sunny Folorum Shokuku, OFR, FAS. Date, 16 December 2021. Venue, Transco Hilton, Congress Hall, Abuja. Time, 10 a.m. All COVID-19 protocols will be strictly adhered to. Professor Suleiman Elias Bogoro, Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TET Fund. Announcer.
There is a saying that Christmas is what you make of it. At Bedmates Furniture, we enjoy making your Christmas comfortable and exciting with the furniture we provide you. That's why from 1st November to 18 December 2021, Bedmates offers you and your loved ones amazing luxury furniture your home loves and truly needs at up to 70% discount. You also stand a chance to win fridges, TVs, washing machines, and many more as we keep making your living better through the furniture you love.
I remember then when they asked me, oh, what do you want to do in future? I always say I want to be a newscaster.
There are a lot of times I've told Trust that I don't believe you can't see.
Trust is always ready to do something extra. He's always coming out to say, can I do a bit more? My mind was, where will this stop? How can I be going with a blind child from this age? How will I cope? He will always come to me, Mommy, I know I can't see, but don't bother, Mommy.
My wife now said, let him just go to village and relax. As they were going, they had accident. And the one that Trust was following and lost the boy in the accident. When the scholarship came, it's as if they put water on a dry pot. That's how our joy was bubbling. If not, I don't know whether Trust could have graduated with his colleagues.
Life is a journey. You have to make that journey work.
Madam, how much lasts for this bag of rice?
Customer, I don't give you better price now. Eh?
Madam, do well, I go come out.
Oh yeah, come pay. How you want to take pay now? You want to take it go take pay for bag of rice? You be Mongo Park? See, make I tell you, times don't change.
My country people, before, our people they use different things as money, trade by butter, cowries. Today, we know money as Naira note. But because say the only thing when they constant na change, Central Bank of Nigeria don't introduce e-Naira. E-Naira, na the same thing as Naira. 1 e-Naira equal to 1 Naira. E-Naira go dey inside your phone. E-Naira no dey tear, e no dey heavy. E dey easy to transfer and you fit use them buy and sell just like Naira note. To begin use e-Naira, ask your bank. This message now from the Bankers Committee.
My schedule can be tight most days, and because I'm always on the go, I need a quick snack or drink to keep me going. And that's why I love my Hollandia yogurt. Every day I choose Hollandia yogurt because it contains protein, calcium, vitamin A, B vitamins, and vitamin H, which my body needs. Hollandia yogurt comes in 2 variants, plain sweetened and strawberry. Wholesome nourishment from your favorite brand.
Welcome back. Operation Safe Haven has concluded arrangements to reintegrate more than 500 clients back to the society as part of a stabilization policy for rehabilitation of repentant bandits. The coordinator of the Operation Safe Haven, Brigadier General Joseph Mena, says the structure and operation of the center has attracted foreign countries to adopt 8 modus operandi. He said plans have also been concluded to hand over the 559 clients who had undergone training to the state, as well as authorities of foreign nationals for formal reintegration in their countries.
In line with the directives of the Chief of Defense Staff and National Chairman of Operation Safe Corridor, is to work out modalities for the smooth transfer of the 559 clients presently in the camp to their national and state authorities for reintegration after graduation in January 2022.
This is yet another session, and my conviction is that all issues related to the effective transfer and eventual reintegration of the 559 clients currently undergoing de-radicalization and rehabilitation will be addressed.
Operation Safe Haven, which is backed by extant law, has since its commencement in 2016 admitted more than 1,000 clients, including foreign nationals from Francophone countries and the sub-African region. The House of Representatives has set up an ad hoc committee with a mandate to conduct an investigation on the spate of kidnappings and banditry in parts of the country within 2 weeks. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports that the issue of insecurity was the first on deliberation at the commencement of plenary Tuesday.
House Deputy Speaker Ahmed Idris, in a matter of urgent public importance, highlighted how bandits are fleeing military operations in northwest Nigeria, but setting up camps elsewhere, terrorizing innocent villagers, citing last Sunday evening's attack in Pino village of Wase local government area, Plateau State, which left several persons dead.
The security are not helping in this situation. Whereas the citizens are making concerted effort to resolve the matter through vigilante and other operations to arrest and to protect the environment. The vigilante went up to Taraba to get those bandits. As I'm talking to you now, Mr. Speaker, those bandits have been released by the police.
Security situation is like an albatross on our neck. We have to take extraordinary measures to deal with it.
Our people no longer have confidence in the security apparatus in this country.
Whether you are in executive or legislative or in other Nigeria, nobody is safe.
This is a wake-up call that this matter must be investigated.
The House urged deployments and aerial surveillance to troubled spots. The motion from Lawal Idrisu urging comprehensive approach to manage insecurity was adopted.
Call on the federal government to focus on industrialization, diversifying the economy to engage the country's teeming youths.
Plenary featured passage of 9 bills, one of which seeks to tackle terrorism through prohibition of financing the menace. The finance bill to support implementation of the 2022 budget and the bill seeking the establishment of Federal Medical Center Abuja, Borno State, sponsored by Ahmed Jababa, passed second reading.
Medical treatment for improved access to tertiary health care and delivery in Goza and adjoining communities in Borno.
The reports of the House Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management on the 2018 to 2022 External Borrowing Rolling Plan of Government was considered and approved. The House requested that terms and conditions of the loans be forwarded to the National Assembly for approval and documentation before implementation of slated projects. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
Still on security, the chairman, Northeast Governors Forum and Borno State Governor Babagana Umar Zulum says the massive surrender of Boko Haram members is a clear indication of the successes being recorded in the fight against terrorists in the country. The governor stated this at the 6th meeting of the forum in Damaturu, the Yobe State capital, where the governors appreciated the commitment of the federal government in tackling the decade-long insurgency in the region. Adam Yusuf reports.
Apart from the 6 governors or their representatives, the 6th meeting of the Northeast Governors Forum has in attendance stakeholders whose presence was to identify and appreciate efforts of leaders in tackling challenges bedeviling the region. Chairman of the forum and Borno State Governor Babagana Umar Zulum says the continued engagement with his colleagues and the federal government has no doubt raised awareness to the humanitarian situation in the region and believes that terrorism occasioned by Boko Haram activities will be surmounted in due course.
On the issue of insecurity, especially in Boko Haram, the recent developments seem to indicate that we have reached the beginning of the aim of the insurgency in Sham.
The host governor, Maimala Buni, noted with satisfaction how cooperation among the states in the northeast and the synergy with partners is assisted in restoring means of livelihoods of people affected by insurgency across the region.
If we are to grant a prosperous future to the next and upcoming generations, it is therefore a matter of pride for all our states that having realized the magnitude of our common challenge, we have evolved a stronger fraternity upon which we will continue to build a solid brotherhood for socio-economic advancement, not only among our leaders but also among our people.
The meeting, which continued behind closed door, has on top of the agenda issues relating to Mambila hydropower projects, security, and gains recorded by the Northeast Development Commission. In Damaturu, Adam Yusuf, NTA News.
Away from security matters, the federal government and federal resources belong to all Nigerians, and each state is entitled to seek partnership with government to better the fortunes of their own people. The people, too, must work assiduously to ensure there is peace to benefit from good governance. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo said this during the inauguration of a share facility for micro, small and medium enterprises in Imo State. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
Unlike the one behind the mask, the federal government is visible and accessible to all Nigerians, and the resources belong to the people. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says both the federal and state governments should therefore work together to ensure that the people benefit maximally from the resources. One benefit of such collaboration is this share facility for those in the textile business in Imo State, equipped with more than 200 manual and automated machines, which will provide services to 350 small businesses daily and 110 each year.
2021 alone, work has commenced on the development of 10 such facilities across the states of the Federation to complement those previously commissioned.
Part of the federal government's strategy to growing the micro, small and medium enterprises, apart from a conducive business environment, is through the provision of share facilities for business owners to improve on their trade. This is by government making available necessary machines and equipment not easily affordable or out of reach of the people.
This partnership with the federal government is an excellent example of the way that a state government should work jointly with the federal government in order to benefit the people of the state.
The inauguration of the share facility is part of the activities lined up at the 29th edition of the federal government-initiated Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Clinic, where small business operators, ministries, departments and agencies meet under one roof to interact on growing their trade and services.
The federal government is focused with providing every Nigerian with good paying source of livelihood. This means providing a favorable environment to do business and a safe and secure environment. And as we work assiduously towards this objective, we call on you, the great people of this state, to stand with the state government and the federal government in achieving these objectives. This land on which we stand today is yours as Nigerians. We have no other land to call our own. We must never allow this land to become unruly or ungovernable. We must do our best to ensure peace. This is the only way to eat of the bountiful fruits of this land.
The project clinic being inaugurated today is important to us because it is part of government's practical efforts to reduce unemployment and poverty in our land.
It is expected that with the repositioning of our MSMEs through activities such as this clinic, the integration of this critical sector into the larger African market will be seamless.
The next edition of the MSMEs Clinic will take place in Edo State. From Owerri in Imo State, Jide Onifade, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has written to Senate requesting the confirmation of Muazu Sambo for appointment as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. National Assembly correspondent Ignatius Nkwo reports.
Plenary took off with President of the Senate Ahmad Lawan reading presidential letters. These include the request for the confirmation of a ministerial nominee from Taraba State.
I have the honor to forward for confirmation by the Senate the nomination of Muazu Jaji Sambo from Taraba State as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Copy of his CV is attached herewith. It is my hope that this submission will receive the usual expeditious consideration of the Senate.
The nominee is to fill in the slot for Taraba State, which was created by the removal of the former Minister of Power, Saleh Maman. The President also submitted 6 names for confirmation as national commissioners, 1 person as resident electoral commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission, and 5 names as commissioners in the National Population Commission. Senate has amended its Standing Rules 2015 to provide for items previously not contained in the current version. Senate quorum on the day of inauguration will henceforth be a simple majority of senators-elect and no more 2/3.
Last amended in 2015 to accommodate issues that will make sure others dynamic to facilitate effective legislative process.
As far as I know, from 2007 when I came into this chamber, as a member of this chamber, this is the first time that the Senate will amend its standard rules in plenary, and a huge sort of exercise to introduce and sustain efficiency in the operations of the Senate.
The Nigerian Biodiversity Bill, sponsored by Senator Theodore Oji, was among the ones that passed first reading. From the National Assembly, Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
Governor of Enugu State, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, has commended Governor Nyesom Wike for his sterling leadership qualities and drive towards infrastructural development in the state. Governor Ugwuanyi was speaking during the inauguration of the Tombia Extension Road in Port Harcourt. Ogedi Yekwere reports.
Described as a strategic and high-utility road, the Tombia Extension Road, prior to the reconstruction, was barely a 6.5 meters wide single carriageway with open drains and lacked modern features that make road infrastructure pleasurable for the motoring public. With the reconstruction, the road is now a dual carriageway of 7.6 meters wide on both sides, built with median, pedestrian walkways and drains, as well as street lights. Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State says Governor Wike is second to none in project implementation and execution.
You represent the best of the best in project implementation. You inspire great trust and confidence in our constitutional democracy. And I pray the Almighty God to bless the works of your hands.
Governor Wike, who was visibly elated, attributed his achievements to the help of God. He said Rumeme community had always supported the People's Democratic Party, hence the dividends of infrastructural development.
This is one of the promises we have made and fulfilled. And I challenge our people that government is not only by making promises. Government should make promises and fulfill the promise.
With the dualization of Tombia Extension Road, it will significantly ease the traffic congestion on Ikwere Road. In Port Harcourt, Ogedi Yekwere, NTA News.
Let's talk finance now, as the federal government this Tuesday expended over 15 billion naira in settling pension arrears of some defunct agencies, with the assurance of rounding up the agencies left. Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning Zainab Ahmed, who executed the payment through the GIFMIS platform, said government places high premium on caring for the aged, especially with the prevailing economic situation, and sought support of the legislature in settling all pending liabilities of defunct agencies of government by next year. Leah Katung Baba today reports.
Most of us were at the point of death, honestly. So we are very happy.
A breath of fresh air for ex-workers of some agencies that are no more in existence. A lot of their compatriots did not live to see this day. Nigerian Insurance Corporation and new Nigerian newspapers are completely liquidated, with significant proportions of outstanding liabilities paid due to Nikon Insurance Corporation, Delta Steel Company, and Nitel MTEL, where the minister used to be part of.
Congress payment of outstanding severance benefits due to disengaged workers of Savannah Sugar Company, Nigerian Aviation Handling Company, and Aluminium Smelter Company is also another achievement. The payrolling of disengaged workers of privatized parastatals of government that were neglected by past administrations, including Nikon Insurance, Nigerian Insurance, Delta Steel Company, New Nigerian Newspapers, Nigerian National Shipping Line, and Nitel MTEL is also one of the achievements of this time.
The National Assembly is throwing its weight behind this initiative of the federal government, spearheaded by the president.
It's the best project the government can do, project of human development.
We still have a number of insurance underwriters that are still, they haven't remitted the funds that they have. And we're looking at almost 40 billion.
Earlier this year, Nigeria recovered 15 billion naira from Crown Agents of United Kingdom, and the funds are now rightfully applied. In Abuja, Leah Katung-Babatunde, NTA News.
And talking health, a 120-bed mother and child hospital constructed under the 2021 Sustainable Development Goals project has been inaugurated and handed over to the Kwara State government. Raliat Ibrahim reports that the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Sustainable Development Goals, Adejoke Orelope Adefudure, performed the handing over.
Project, which is located in Eyankori as a local government area of Kwara State and named after Nigeria's First Lady, is targeted towards meeting the Goal 3 of the Sustainable Development Goals, which is good health and well-being. Equipped with state-of-the-art equipment, the facility has 100 bed spaces for mothers and 20 for children. Special Assistant to the President on Sustainable Development Goals, Adejoke Orelope Adefudure, who handed the facility over to the Kwara State government, disclosed that the Aisha Buhari Mother and Child Hospital is the 6th in the country and is part of federal government's efforts towards reducing maternal and infant mortality rates to the barest.
This is to complement what the Kwara State government is doing, and to support sub-national government in ensuring the implementation of SDGs.
For the state governor, Abdurrahman Abdurazak, the provision of the facility is a boost to the state's investment in the health sector.
Let me thank the President once more and the SSASTG that we're truly appreciative of this project. Let me emphasize again that this project was delivered in 11 months.
13 ambulances were also provided to service the hospital. Raliat Ibrahim, NTA News.
On still on health, Nigeria has been delisted from the United Kingdom's red list of travel restrictions initially imposed over fears of spread of COVID-19 Omicron variant. A statement from the British High Commission in Nigeria indicates that after a review of the latest risk assessment from the UK Health Security Agency and diminishing concerns of scientists, the removal of Nigeria and 10 other countries and territories on the red list takes effect from 4 a.m. Wednesday, 15th December 2021. The statement also quotes the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Katrina Lang, as saying that the UK ministers made the decision to remove Nigeria from the travel red list based on scientific and public health data. Consequently, passengers arriving in England from Nigeria will not have to stay in a managed quarantine hotel. Now, the Ministry of Interior has described the news making the rounds in the social media on the dissolution of marriages conducted by Ikoyi Marriage Registry by a Federal High Court, Lagos, as fake, baseless and unfounded. A statement by the Ministry's Permanent Secretary, Dr. Shuaibu Belgore, says the Federal High Court cannot set aside a previous ruling of the court, which is of coordinated jurisdiction, stating that it suits between Etiosa Local Government Council, 3 others, and Prince Hastrop versus Ministry of Interior and 2 others, where the court ruled that only the local government council can conduct marriage as untrue. The ministry appealed to the public to be calm and continue transacting their normal businesses at all federal marriage registries subsisting throughout the federation in line with statutory and constitutional provisions. Network News continues in Lagos with Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Kene. To ensure fairness in addressing contentious issues of electricity billings estimation of customers, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has organized a customer complaints resolution meeting in Lagos for proper resolutions. Adiola Komiakere was there and now reports.
This scenario paints the picture of the grievances of some electricity consumers in Lagos. Forums such as this afford consumers the opportunity to present their various challenges and get enlightened on their rights and obligations. Concerns raised at the resolution meeting were estimated billings, lack of prepaid meters, and the lack of courtesy in some electricity workers when carrying out their duties.
Members that are not metered are being charged 1,500 kilowatt hours, which is very wrong. Every month without wire on that pole, they are bringing, last week, they are still bringing the bill.
The Vice President, Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, assured consumers of strengthening the enforcement of these identified challenges.
Currently, there are limitations in the Electric Power Sector Reform Act with respect to the power of the regulator. And we are working with the National Assembly to ensure that enough power is given to the Commission in order for us to be able to do our work.
Our commitment to our customers is that we're here to serve them, and we will continue to do every single thing that we need to do as a DISCO to improve the services that we're giving them today.
The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission is empowered by the Power Sector Reform Act of 2005 to ensure an effectively managed electricity supply that meets the yearnings of Nigerians. In Lagos, Adeola Komiakere, NTA News.
Nigerians must learn to live together in spite of the many challenges the nation is facing. This was echoed at the second annual Festival of Unity, organized by the National Theatre to showcase the nation's cultural potential. Kendi Adebisi reports.
Together we stand and divided will fall is a common phrase which stresses the importance of unity. This strong statement is captured in every activity displayed on stage at the National Theatre Lagos, from dance, music, comedy to drama. The Center for Art and Culture is utilizing all the potentials within the creative industry in Nigeria. General Manager National Theatre, Professor Sunday Udodo, also emphasized the need for one Nigeria devoid of religious and ethnic bias.
We need to continue to sing it, say it, and do it. That's the only way our children, even those yet unborn, will key into the philosophy of unity for Nigeria.
The National Troupe of Nigeria staged a command performance folk musical drama titled Strings, a reenactment of the nation's history from amalgamation to present day.
I think sometimes we need to reflect on the fact that the country comes first before us.
Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba, we are one. No need of fighting each other.
We are looking at the future with hope and the brightness of the Nigerians, in the way we are able to express ourselves.
The festival climaxed with a masquerade display, music, and dance in Lagos. Kendi Adebisi, NTA News.
This is NTA Network News. More reports shortly after this break. Please stay.
dreams come true this Christmas.
To wash plates, they give you stress. Come here, the latest. Few drops can wash this much. Just like one, too short, they wash plate, full bucket. You know they tear pocket. Ultra sharp grease cutting power. Too short, na baba. Too short, dishwashing liquid. No, be wash, no, be wash. Wash plates, full bucket. No, be wash, no, be wash. You know they tear pocket. No, be wash, no, be wash. Too short, no, be wash, no, be wash. Ultra sharp grease cutting power. Too short, na baba. A few drops can wash this much. Just like one, too short, dishwashing liquid. No, be wash, no, be wash. You know they tear pocket. No, be wash, no, be wash. Too short, no, be wash, no, be wash.
New Too Short dishwashing liquid tears through grease, no be wash.
For those wondering if the new Schweppes Zobo tastes as good as they say it does, experience tells us. Try it. Find out for yourself. Introducing new Schweppes Zobo, made with over 200 years of experience.
There's a saying that Christmas is what you make of it. At Bedmates Furniture, we enjoy making your Christmas comfortable and exciting with the furniture we provide you. That's why from 1st November to 18 December 2021, Bedmates offers you and your loved ones amazing luxury furniture your home loves and truly needs at up to 70% discount. You also stand a chance to win fridges, TVs, washing machines, and many more as we keep making your living better through the furniture you love.
Whoa, how hot is she? Very hot. Pick me, just pick me, baby. Come pick me, girl, man, I'm all ready for you.
So tasty.
He's so lucky.
Mini-Me, taste the fun.
To wash plates, they give you stress. Come here, the latest. Few drops can wash this much. Just like one, too short, they wash plates, full bucket. You know they tear pocket. Ultra sharp grease cutting power. Too short, na baba. Too short, dishwashing liquid. No, be wash, no, be wash. Wash plates, full bucket. No, be wash, no, be wash. You know they tear pocket. No, be wash, no, be wash. Too short, no, be wash, no, be wash. Ultra sharp grease cutting power. Too short, na baba. A few drops can wash this much. Just like one, too short, dishwashing liquid. No, be wash, no, be wash. You know they tear pocket. No, be wash, no, be wash. Too short, no, be wash, no, be wash.
New Too Short dishwashing liquid tears through grease, no be wash.
Welcome back. Business News with Benny Adams is next.
Thank you, Kenny. I will start by telling you that Nigeria's total public debt published by the Debt Management Office as at September 30, 2021 stands at 38.005 trillion naira, and in dollar equivalent, it is $92.626 billion at the end of quarter 3, 2021. This includes the total external and domestic debts of the federal government, the 36 states, and the Federal Capital Territory. The increase of 2.540 trillion naira when compared to corresponding figure of 35.465 trillion naira at the end of quarter 2 2021 was largely accounted for by the $4 billion Eurobonds issued by the government in September 2021, which DMO says has brought significant benefits to the economy. And to energy, oil prices dipped towards $74 a barrel on Tuesday after the International Energy Agency said the new Omicron variant was set to dent the global demand recovery, while supplies were set to increase next year. Brent crude oil futures dropped 97 cents to $73.42 per barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures declined 89 cents to $70.42 per barrel. And to the capital market, investors lost 48.84 billion naira as all share index decreased by 0.22%. 2.081 trillion naira, just as 270 million shares valued at 2.2 billion naira were traded in 3,753 deals. The financial services industry led the activity chart with Access Bank, Universal Insurance PLC and Unity Bank. That is business and news. Network News continues with Agatha in Benin.
Benny, welcome to Benin. Ekiti State government is engaging media personnel in the state to scale up sensitization for more people to embrace COVID-19 vaccination. To this end, a sensitization forum on COVID-19 prevention has held, where the need for people to disregard the various impressions about the vaccine was emphasized. Tayo Osho reports.
The administration of the COVID-19 vaccine as a panacea to curb the spread of coronavirus pandemic is being affected by different myths and other misconceptions, leading to decrease in the acceptability of the vaccine. The sensitization meeting on COVID-19 prevention for media personnel in the state was aimed at increasing the awareness on the importance of the vaccine, now that there is a new variant of the virus and the need to change the wrong perception about the vaccine.
We are also saying that everybody should come out en masse to take the COVID vaccine.
We want you to use your various strategies in ensuring that we raise awareness on mass vaccinations.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health and Human Services, Akinjide Akinleye, who was represented, acknowledged the roles of the media in reshaping the society and urged the personnel to scale up information dissemination on the vaccine. There was mass vaccination campaign around the state capital targeted at bringing to the consciousness of the public the need to get vaccinated. People who have at one time been infected but have recovered from the virus enlightened the public on the need to take the virus with seriousness and get vaccinated in Ado-Ekiti. Tayo Osho, NTA News.
About 300 women in riverine areas of Ondo State have benefited from the Arabian Light Up Ondo State initiative as they received solar light home systems aimed at boosting the socio-economic activities of the areas. The initiative is at the instance of the wife of Ondo State Governor Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu. Abiola Ario has the report.
For over 5 years, communities in Ilaje and Eseldo local government areas of Ondo State have been without electricity, and this has affected the socio-economic activities in the areas negatively. The wife of the Ondo State Governor, Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu, says the Light Up initiative is to provide succor to the people. She said the target is 1,000 homes aimed at supporting women in their business and domestic activities.
We have a technology that is not at our fingertips.
The beneficiaries expressed appreciation for the gesture, noting that the solar system will boost their standard of living and livelihood.
It's a very good opportunity for us to light up our home.
This is the first phase of the Arabian Light Up Ondo State initiative. In Akure, Abiola Ario, NTA News.
That's it here. Kene in Abuja will take on the rest of Network News after this break. Stay on.
Chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, says he has not yet decided on his political ambition. Addressing the media at the end of a closed-door meeting with members of the Northern Alliance Committee in Abuja, Tinubu says he is still consulting widely.
going to turn them down, but I will still effectively and widely consult, particularly brainstorm with my friends and find a way to come out, find a date to come out openly and tell Nigerians.
The death has occurred of Ezine Philomena Akonia Usuago Nay, which she is aged 87. A burial arrangement released by the family indicates that her body leaves Holy Rosary Mortuary Obonguru at 9 o'clock in the morning for a brief stopover at Wishi's compound, her maiden home, Omo Choko Eziala Ogunguru, at 9:30 a.m. Body leaves Wishi's compound for a brief stopover at late Eze Osuagwa's palace, Umu Ezi Zuhunguru, at 10:30 a.m. Body lies in state at her compound, Umu Choko Umu Ezi Zuhunguru. Funeral mass at St. Charles Catholic Church, Ezuhuna Amadi Nguru, at 12 noon. Interment follows at 1:30 p.m. at her compound. That does it on Network News. Thanks for watching and good night.